What's going on, guys? I have a fun film review for you here today. Going to be looking at Aidan O'Connell, going to be looking at Minshew, going to be looking a little bit at the O-line and Bowers. Main focus going to be on the quarterbacks, but of course, in the process, we're going to be analyzing the whole passing offense, Luke Getsy, all that. So let's jump right into this first play. So what's cool about this play is this clearly looks like 11 personnel, right? You got tight end, 3 guys wide, running back. But it's actually 12 personnel, which is cool because when these guys are in the huddle and the defense kind of putting in their packages, they see 12 personnel, it might affect, who they put in the game, right? But then you actually can line Bowers up as a wide receiver, which just throws everything off. So really cool already seeing how they're going to use these tight ends. And what you're going to get on this play by Luke Getsy, essentially a route concept over here. If it's man, you're going to look here because you're going to have a clear out route right here by Bowers. He's just going to try to carry his corner. And then you're expecting Jakobi Meyers to beat his guy with an out route if it's man. On the middle of the field, you're going to have your zone beater. You're just going to have Mayer. You're just going to go tell him, just go sit in the middle of the zone, run a stick route and sit where they're not, basically. And that's where O'Connell's going to go with the football. It's a really nice read. As soon as he hits his back foot, right? Hits the back foot, Mayer is wide open, and hit him really fast. You have to make that decision fast because guys are closing in. But just a really nice read by O'Connell, but at the same time, a play you would expect a starting quarterback to make, right? So, promising if he's going to be the starter, but nothing super, impressive, but nonetheless a really good play. So going into this next play, you're going to see a little bit of a high-low concept. You're going to have essentially a 2-man route with max protection. Trey Tucker is going to run a deep post, but, well, that's how this would usually go, right? You would usually have a deep post and a crosser. They have a little wrinkle in this, which is really cool. I think I would not have shown this in the preseason. I would have saved this, because this could essentially work against a different coverage to hit this guy. But he's going to run a post and then corner, or an up. I can't really tell what the goal was, but it's either a post up or a post corner. And essentially what that's doing against this coverage is carrying this corner to open up the middle of the field for Jakobi Meyers. So watch this play. Pause right here. Usually what would happen here is he would keep going across the field, and when he does that, essentially this corner would pass him off to this safety and this guy, because this is cover 3. It's cover 3 because this corner is just running. You have a midfield safety and this corner is running. But what happens is Trey Tucker puts his foot in the ground and starts going up the field, and it causes this corner to have to carry him. And now that really opens up the middle of the field for the crosser underneath. Right here, when O'Connell throws the ball, you're going to see this corner peel off. So instead of leading Jakobi Meyers, O'Connell high points him. Really nice play. Really high level throw from a clean pocket. But again, when you have good protection like that and the guy's wide open, a play you would hope that he would make. Again, Parham's kind of getting pushed back, but for the most part, pretty clean pocket. Interesting concept here. You have 2 tight ends on the defensive end and then the tackle blocking the guard. Bowers and Mayer do a really good job on Turner. Really nice throw from a clean pocket, and overall a really nice play. This next play is an RPO, but it's not a post-snap read RPO, right? It's a pre-snap. If he sees his guy is one-on-one, he's going to decide to throw this ball pre-snap. So O'Connell reads that Meyers is going to be one-on-one, right? And it actually works out really well because this slot corner actually ends up blitzing. It's Meyers, trusts him to make a move after the catch, which he does. Obviously, he's Jakobi Meyers, right? One thing to notice about first of all, nice play by O'Connell, nice read by O'Connell, right? We're happy with how he's played so far. But look at the O-line, right? Luke Getsy, LaFleur disciple, expect him to come here and run zone, but look at the O-line here. You know this is power, right? You got down blocks, double teams, you have a guy pulling. So this is absolutely a power concept. The Raiders have more of a power personnel, right? So it's really good that Luke Getsy sees that and he's saying, okay, we're going to implement some power into my scheme. Because a lot of offensive coordinators wouldn't do it. It's my way or the highway. I think one head coach that we had last season comes to mind. Overall, good read by O'Connell and a nice play by Myers, obviously. Gonna get another RPO here. This is a good read again. Christian Wilkerson's clearly one-on-one, right? Another power play too, you can tell by the tackle pulling. These guys are blocking down. He should catch that and cut up field, right? I mean, he might only get a few yards, but it's a lot better than what he tries to do. I get what he was trying to do. He's trying to pull a little stun on this guy and cut it outside, but it just doesn't work at all. I would have liked to see him cut up the field, but you know, regardless, O'Connell made the right decision to throw this ball. He has a guy he trusts one-on-one. Just overall, yeah, O'Connell's just had a really solid drive so far. This play, you're going to see they start out in trips. They're going to motion to a bunch formation. At the, let me think here, top of the screen, right? You're going to get a flat with an out, pretty common concept. You're going to get Bowers running a stick. You just want him to sit in zone. You're getting Myers running kind of a comeback or a deep curl. Watch Bowers on this play. So this concept over here is covered really well. Bowers comes and sits right behind the linebacker. Obviously, you know, something he needs to work on is in these timing routes, like you have to sit down in an open zone. But as the play moves on, you see he doesn't just sit. He actually ends up peeling open right here. Obviously, O'Connell's already made his decision here, but you know, a nice adjustment by Bowers after making a mistake. Now, moving on to O'Connell, this is probably his best play. With a few things, we'll talk about the way he maneuvered in the pocket on the next angle. Watch him throw this ball with anticipation to Jakobi Meyers. Before Meyers even turns around. That's a really high level play. The anticipation throw. But another high level part of this is his movement within the pocket, because it's not a perfect pocket whatsoever. And when you think about quarterbacks like O'Connell that don't have a ton to give you mobility wise, they have to be able to move in the pocket. You look at Brady and Manning, obviously couldn't run, but their ability to maneuver the pocket is what gave them, you know, the edge, right? So right here, pocket starts to collapse. You have Parham getting pushed back on a bull rush, and you have Pete kind of getting beat around the edge. O'Connell steps up in the pocket, right? He doesn't step into this guy. That extra little movement right here when the pocket's collapsing, look at that. Gives himself a platform to throw the ball. Really nice play. And it's not like he's throwing to a guy wide open. He's processing all this and throwing the ball with anticipation to Jakobi Meyers. That's a super, super high level play, and one that kind of gives you hope for him to be even better than you thought he could be, right? This next play is a play action play that kind of gets messed up from the start. Jakobi Meyers is supposed to chip the edge when he comes in, and he kind of misses it and chases him. So that just instantly throws off the timing of his zip route, right? Misses the chip and he's just chasing him. Then he ends up stumbling in his break and his zip route. So right away that's thrown off. These guys are all over that. You have nothing doing anywhere else right now. Now when O'Connell rolls out to his right, it's a decent idea because you can tell this guy's going to come free. He's not going to be able to step up, right? Now you have this little bit of a, you know, this low concept again with Myers, and then you have a high cross here with Trey Tucker. And what I would like to see from Tucker, he's going to run He's running the correct route, right? He's running a deep cross, but I'd like to see him come back to the football right here because O'Connell's scrambling, right? Come back to your quarterback. And he comes back a little bit, but essentially just keeps running his route. Regardless, this is a play that I think higher level quarterback makes. So O'Connell just doesn't have it when it comes to throwing on the run. He just really shorts this ball. I don't want to say he doesn't have the arm strength because, yeah, it's not elite, but he has decent arm strength. He should be able to make that throw, but he just leaves it really short. Just something he doesn't have is the ability to throw on the run, which is just unfortunate because a lot of, you know, the best quarterbacks in the league, that's one of their strengths, is their ability to kind of create outside of structure and throw on the run. But regardless, let's move on to the next play. This route concept here doesn't make too much sense to me, right? Watch Mayer and Christian Wilkerson. They end up in the same spot. I don't super know what's going on there. I don't know what route Mayer's running. Now, the only way this makes sense to me is if this play is never ever even designed to look over here anyway, right? I think what's going on here is O'Connell's just going to look this way to kind of keep the coverage over there. I don't even think Trey Tucker's on a route, right? I think this is just straight away designed to go to Brock Bowers on a slant. Trey Tucker's just kind of looking to block. And I think Mayer is just looking to clear this guy out of the way, which is kind of why he ends up running into this route. Nice ball by O'Connell, could have been better. Nice catch radius by Brock Bowers. And nice run after catch by Bowers too. This play again. Really good protection up front. Nice clean pocket to throw from. Could have done a better job hitting him in stride, but you know, overall, nothing to be worried about there. Nice play design by Getsy. So on this play, you're going to get a little bit of kind of, you know, a 3-level concept, let's call it. You're going to get a crosser in the middle of the field, you're going to get a flat route, and you're going to get a corner route. It's all going to this right side of the field. And O'Connell's job is to read that right side of the field, but most likely with these plays, the deep routes are going to get carried and you're just looking to hit the underneath route. Cool wrinkle here, you have the flat coming out of the backfield from the fullback who is actually Brock Bowers, so it's a really nice way to get him involved there too. When Myers comes in motion, he's going to run that corner route. You're going to get the flat and then you're going to get cross, so you get that 3-level concept. Right? 1, 2, 3. Thankfully, this popped open right away because Peyton Turner, or Dallas Turner, absolutely destroyed Andres Pete. Barely gets that ball out. Nice catch by Bowers, showing off the run after catch ability. Really good play design. Good job by O'Connell to get the ball out. And just bad protection overall, because if you watch this, focus on the O-line here. Andre James is going to get beat to the inside, so there's going to be nowhere to step up, right, to beat this guy, right? Because let's say he had to hold that ball longer, he can't step up, he'll get sacked here. Obviously, he can't stay where he's at, so just kind of good play design so that that ball came out fast. And let's hope Andres Pete never has to start a game, like ever. Alright, so this is going to be another RPO, and it's going to be another pre-snap read RPO. So when O'Connell sees that there's only 2 guys over here, you have a 2-on-2 and not a safety or whatever, he's going to decide, okay, we're going here with the ball. They're going to try to get these 2 to run into each other. Jacoby Myers is going to come up and go on a slant. Trey Tucker is going to run a corner or an out. And the hope is that these 2 run into each other and that the out pops open and you can hit him in the corner of the end zone. But what actually happens is, all right, do you remember O'Connell's first start against the Chargers, that play that McDoofus called in this corner of the end zone where he had him sprint out and they were trying to get a rub route over there to Jacoby Myers and it ended up with an interception because nobody rubbed, they just switched it. Exactly what's going to happen here. He's not going to chase Myers, and he's not going to chase Tucker. They're going to switch this concept, and essentially it just makes Tucker run right into the corner, and that ball never has a chance to get there. Not a huge fan of these types of routes in the... Sorry, a huge fan of these types of concepts in the red zone, unless you're going to run some type of motion that tells you if it's man coverage, and then if that motion shows that it's zone, you have a play to swap to, or you just hand it off. It's the only way I'd be a fan of doing something like that. And then this last play, so you see this route concept often. I've seen people say like, oh, what is Luke Getsy doing? Like, these guys are running into each other. This route concept's actually supposed to be where Tucker motions in and then runs essentially a corner route. Motions in, runs up, and then out. Motions in, runs up, out. Brock Bowers is supposed to be kind of running he's running a stick route, but you want to come out so that the receiver has space to run underneath him. So he basically wants to come out and sit kind of around this area on this G, right? Sit. And then Tucker wants to run underneath him and then out. But to me, you know, it's just they didn't practice this concept enough, because look, so he's supposed to run around him and out, but you can see this area of the field just super cluttered, just doesn't work against this coverage. He should be running behind these guys, and they end up in the same spot. And I see people saying like, oh no, you know, the guys are ending up in the same spot, but this just isn't how this route was supposed to be run. Now Bowers did his job, but Tucker needs to get around this guy and get to the corner. O'Connell needs to come off of this once he sees this, right? He instantly sees these guys run into each other. He shouldn't be fading back. He should be stepping up and looking over here. Now, not all his fault, obviously, because Andres Pete is unfortunately on the field and lost instantly, and I mean instantly, to Dallas Turner, but right here, this play's already dead. This play's already dead, and he should step up this direction instead of rolling back. It's easy for me to say I'm not an NFL quarterback, but that's just my thoughts on that. But overall, I mean, O'Connell had a really solid drive. You saw a lot of really good things, and honestly some development from last year, which is always good to see. So I was really happy with how he played. Alrighty, let's move right on to Gardner Minshew. Starting right here with this first play, you're going to see at the top of the screen, you're going to get a clear out route, so essentially a go route, but it's more just a clear out for the corner route that Trey Tucker is going to be running underneath of it. Let's take a look at that. There's the go route. He's just trying to carry this corner so that Tucker can run underneath of him. Works out perfectly. Minshew throws the ball before he hits his break. Nice throw. Probably could have been more towards the sideline, but let's not nitpick here. Good throw. Really good first throw of the game from Minshew. Nice protection concept again here. You saw this earlier from Getsy on the O'Connell drive, right? We have two tight ends blocking one DM. Yeah, overall protection's just really good. Minshew hits the open guy, nothing to complain about there. Nice read, nice throw. It's always nice when your first read comes open, right? So on this play, you're going to get the tight end. He's going to kind of run it out, almost like a wheel route, but then he's going to stop and run a little bit of a curl or comeback. So like wheel and then stop. Interesting route. You're going to get the other tight end on a sit down right here. So basically they're really trying to beat a zone coverage on this play with those routes, and then you're going to get the crosser right here, which is more of a man beater coming across here. So essentially what they're trying to do with these routes is clear out for the crosser. Then you're just going to get Tucker on a go, which again, all to clear out for this crossing route coming over, and it works perfectly. Only problem, Minshew completely misses him. This is, I mean, throws don't get much easier than this. The protection's not bad either, so I'm just not sure right here, clean pocket. I mean, this this ball, if he hits him in stride, this can be a big play. He just, I mean, it's not even close. It's just a really concerning throw. Something you don't want to see during a game. Like, imagine that's 3rd down in a big game. Like, something that would be super frustrating to watch. If this play is a short yardage situation, you're going to start in trips, motion a bunch. You're going to get the guys on the outside. They're going to be running crossing routes, trying to come open that way. And then you're going to have the guys on the inside of the formation running go routes, trying to clear out for those crossers, right? Right here, ball snapped. You get the go routes, you get the crossers. Nothing's really super open right now. Minshew sees a lane right away and takes it, which is huge. This is 3rd down, so I really like this, like saying, okay, hey, I see the 1st down right in front of me. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to sit around and wait for something to get open. So really nice read, really nice play by Minshew. Something O'Connell, you know, probably would not have done. So you're getting a little bit of different twists from the 2 quarterbacks, which I think is why it's taking so long for them to decide on a starter. So then instantly after converting a 3rd and 3 with his legs, you're going to see play Minshew makes, which is another really solid play. You're going to get 2 deep crosses, right? One underneath and then one slightly deeper. That's going to be the read. Steps back, pressure's going to come. Minshew doesn't have a chance to step into this throw, right? Because of the pressure. Doesn't have a chance to step into it, just gets it off perfectly in stride. And when you look at that and then you see his inability to hit the crossing route earlier in the drive, it's like, this guy has it, right? He can make those throws. It's just playing with a level head and playing with consistency. Because watch this. I mean, he doesn't even get to step into this throw because of this guy. Sets his feet, doesn't get to step into it. Quick release, boom, right in stride. Absolutely beautiful play. One of the better throws I've seen him make as a Raider. I mean, we haven't seen many, obviously, only this game and a little bit in training camp. But yeah, just a really nice throw to DJ Turner. I'm just super impressed because a guy right in his face, and like I said, wasn't even able to step into it. So overall, really solid drive by Minshew. And again, O'Connell also had a solid drive. I know they said they're going to decide a QB after the next preseason game, but imagine they both play really well again like this. I mean, it's going to make it tough, but honestly, I think it's so hard because of what Minshew gives you with his legs. But based off like the ability to move within the pocket and just being the more accurate passer, I give the edge to O'Connell as of right now. That's going to be it, guys. If you liked the video, give it a like. It does help the channel and it helps the video reach more Raiders fans. I will see you in the next one. Let me know if you like the film review style videos or if you're more into this, you know, kind of story kind of videos I've been doing. But yeah, just let me know, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.